Good morning, guys. Love it to see you. Look at this. I'm on a beach called the Naze, and I used to photograph here loads. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And I've got my new camera gear, and I wanted to talk to you about why you should use ultra wide when you're shooting seascapes. And I'll be honest, I've done this more than once. I went to Cromer a couple of days ago, but as you can see, it's extremely windy, and the photographs were okay, but not the best, and I kind of felt that I didn't have any decent images to show you. So I came back here to the Naze last night, and it was sunset, and on an East Anglian coast, east is behind me, and you can see what happens at sunrise, whereas west is obviously behind you, and the sunset wasn't brilliant, but it was also in the wrong direction, and there are also loads of people about, and I don't like performing in front of loads of people. So I got some drone footage, which I'll put up. I may do some more this morning, but I decided that I'd come back down to here for sunrise. So this morning, alarm was set for 4 o'clock, crept out of bed, downstairs, got changed in the lounge, and I've driven here. So here I am, and I always like, as you know, to be on a beach 4 hours before sunrise, and we've got a really lovely sunrise. So behind me, or that way, you can't see it at the moment, but I will show you, is the docks where I was last week at Languard Point. So that's over here, and we're the other side of the peninsula, and this is the most easterly point in Essex. So I'm on the beach, and the beach here, there's lots of interesting things to talk about. There's loads of fossils to find, sort of shark's teeth and stuff, but the children come here quite a lot from school. But we've got a beach that's made of sand, other bits, but mostly London clay. And London clay, as the tide goes out, moulds the clay into different shapes. So you can see from this drone shot that I shot a while ago, sometimes all sorts of interesting things happen. And up here, and when you can get this, there we go. You see that big tower there? They have art exhibitions there. Yeah. Years ago, I think it was 2012 or 2013. I had an exhibition of my photographs in there, so interesting to do that again one day, maybe. There are also two pillboxes from World War II, which you can see behind me. And these guys used to be on the coast, obviously, in 1945, and they're now this far out into the sea. Every night they get bashed, twice a day they get bashed by the tide when it comes in. But they're still there, very strong. And they make interesting foreground, actually. Well, maybe not interesting foreground, but they make foreground. So what I'm going to do is try and get a shot with an ultra wide. We've got a I'll show you my kit in a minute that I've bought, but we've got a 14-30 lens on, so I'm going to 14mm. I'm going to try and get a lead in line with these little rocks here into the pillbox, and then behind we've got the docks, which will be given a little bit of light pollution, and a lovely sunrise behind me. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun here, produce some images. I'm going to show you the kit that I've got. So I've gone from 2 bodies, 3 lenses to 1 body, 2 lenses, and the kit is so much lighter. I can pack my drone in it now. Everything is compact, everything's in one place, and I feel much happier with all of that. So we're going to give the Z7 II, which is the camera that I bought, a good test today. I'm going to do some shooting, and come along and watch me. So one thing I already wish the Z7 II had, and if it has got this facility, let me know, but I wish there was a histogram on permanently. I can either get the histogram or the level, And I've also, the metering seems to be, so I have to go to the metering for one page and the histogram for another page on the display, which seems a bit odd, but I'm sure there's a way around it. But at the moment, with ultra wide, while this exposure is going on, what ultra wide does, it creates depth. So anything far away will look really small, anything close will look really big. So the things in front of the camera are really important. And I've got some seaweed here, a little kind of bit of rock. So a little triangle going on, and that's leading me to the pillbox, which is going to be dark. I'm going to make that completely black because it doesn't need to have any detail in it, because that's the colour it is. And then behind it, we've got the docks, and we've got a nice sky, which seems to be fading a little bit. That early morning light, which I like an hour before sunrise, is just going a bit. But we might, when the sun comes up, this cloud behind me is very low and broken up, so it's actually quite a perfect sky, because if there's a little bit of a gap on the horizon and when the sun comes up, this is going to completely light up and it's going to look great. I've also got some really interesting cliffs to my left, which I'm going to shoot as well. So, but there's a nice image. It's definitely going to be worth showing you. I think you're going to enjoy this one. So let's have a look. I'll put it on the screen now for you. So look what I'm focusing on. There's literally three stones here, and I've just done a focus stack of these three. What I really like about this camera is it puts all three of those images, actually there's 4 of these, into a separate folder, so I know that I've got to blend them together in Photoshop. So that's nice. I've got let me show you through the camera. So what we've got here are 3 stones, and this is literally, you can see how far away it is, kind of that, from the front of the camera. Looks really big. And then we've got another one here, another one here. So there's a nice curve going off to the pillbox, and then behind we've got the docks and a half decent sky. The sky, to be honest, has gone a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's going to be looking nice actually. It's a nice colour over there, so I'm going to move over this way now and we'll do some shots without the pillbox in. Just some lovely coastal pictures of this lovely London clay and the lovely sky above. It's a beautiful day. It's so cold, it's so warm as well. I think spring is here. It's finally. It doesn't seem too bad. Right, let's get this shot then. So wherever you look on this beach, there's pictures. I mean, that's lovely. Look at this lovely clay and this nice rock with a bit of seaweed on it. And I was going to shoot that way, but I'm still drawn to this pillbox and the other 2, the gun emplacements, I think they were, because this was quite an important port in World War II. We didn't want the German Navy coming along here, or the Axis forces. Right, I think there's a bit of light over here now, so let's shoot this way. And there we go, sunrise. Just behind that cloud out there. But look, what a beautiful morning. Absolutely glorious. Some lovely light in the clouds here. So much to photograph. here at the Naze. It really is amazing. A lot of people do long exposures of the groins, but for me, it's about these guys, it's about the docks in the background. So ultra wide is really, really good for getting these huge skies in. Absolutely brilliant. And when you've got a cloud like this, there's nothing better than an ultra wide angle lens. So a few more pictures of the docks here. Got a lovely cruise, a lovely big ship in the background. Some light going along on the horizon. Looks absolutely wonderful. Right, let's take a few more pictures and then I'll show you the kit that I've now got and why I'm a lot happier with it. So I said I was going to show you my kit now. So this is now what I carry. Before I had a bag and a load of bits in the car. So we've now got Z72 with an L bracket, 14 to 30 mil zoom. I've also got the 24 to 200 mil zoom, and those are the only two lenses I've got at the moment. I'm going to get an ultra telephoto at some point, but not yet. Got various bits. I'm using this for vlogging now, which is a Pocket 2. Microphones, filter system, which I've just changed, but it's out of stock. So I'm going for a case magnetic filter system to give me the neutral density stuff that I use for long exposures. So that stuff is probably going to go. It comes with a polarizer. I've also got my drone in here and the smart controller that I used for it. It's a Mavic. Let's just undo that because it's a bit tight. We've got a Mavic 2 Pro. I've also got a Mini 2, which I use if I'm photographing near people or built up areas. But this is the drone that I'll use mostly with this smart controller and 2 batteries. Whoops, I don't fall over. So that, and obviously Albert. And that is now my kit, and it's so much lighter. There's various cloths and bits and pieces of other paraphernalia, spare batteries, but I'm really, really pleased with this. So this is what I'm now carrying with me. So much lighter. So I don't know whether you can see that, but we've got some lovely light rays coming down off the sun now. It's been a great day out, actually. I'm really glad that I got up at ridiculous o'clock. The weather forecast looks good, and it has been pretty good. So the Naze is one of those places that I could come back to over and over and over again and find different images. So until next week, thanks ever so much. Take care of yourselves. Give the ones you love a hug and a kiss, and I will see you next week. Bye.